Hi guys, it's Stacy and I'm back with another Facebook Marketplace haul. Are you ready to see what I got? I got paper, I got stamps, I got dies, and I got some really cool things in there too. I'll just start grabbing off my pile here. This is a Stampendous stamp, I believe. Yeah. Oh, it says it's from 1996, but the funny thing is I bought this at Tuesday morning, one like it, at Tuesday morning in like, I don't know, 2012. So, trying to, here, I'll go ahead and hold these stamps over because there's some little gems in here. So we've got some Pure Innocence. It says better get better. And they're stained up a bit. It doesn't matter. They'll still stamp. Blooming Good Day. Here's a Swissy, which is, I think, Swiss Pixies, I believe, are like CC Designs. And they're in here. These were actually all in different types of packaging, and I repackaged them. And I got a pretty good deal on this lot, and there's quite a bit here. I think part of the reason is when you buy in a huge lot, you know, a larger lot, and they're not organized, they're not clean, you probably, you know, people probably pass them up because they don't want to do the work. But look at these super secret stamp sets, Stamp Club from the Greeting Farm. I was so excited. So slippers, so that's supposed to be Cinderella. It's in there. We've got Hood, which is Little Red Riding Hood. Here's another one, Beauty. So is it Belle or from Beauty and the Beast? That one. And then another Greeting Farm, Lottie, is that her name? I have this one already in my stash. So there's those. Some of these are just like, I stuck them in here anyway, but I think this would be good for mixed media. Because there's some art impressions in here. There's Magnolia. So this stamp set was in here. I think I just gave a brand new stamp set like this away to Joni. Joni, if you're watching, was yours like that one? Recollections. So some of this stuff is not my style, but you know, when you get a lot, you get a lot. There's a Hero Arts, one of the layering stamp sets. Do you guys like those? I have a hard time with them. Here's the art impressions. Now I love these. I love the, what are these girls called? Something like the Funny Ladies or something from Art Impressions. There's that one. Okay, light the candles and it's a fire extinguisher. Cute, right? Look at this one. They're on floaties. Remember when YouTube meant a floaty device for one? Oh my gosh, keep calm and float on. I love that, considering we're putting this on YouTube, eh? And it looks like they're supposed to be in a spa or something, like a hot tub. I thought, are they all in a bathtub together? But, and then here's some Magnolia stamps. And this, it's probably hard to see. It's not, oh, there we go. It's a stork carrying a baby. Sorry, I dropped one. And this says Sarah Kay. And, you know, it's stained up. I tried washing it, but it's stained. It's a cute image. She's holding a little duck. It doesn't actually have an image anywhere else. Here's another Magnolia. And it looks like she's pregnant. Oh, that's cute. So you could do the stork, do the pregnant girl, or, you know, maybe this one on the outside and then put the stork on the inside of the card. And then Happy Day, 29th birthday from your 110-pound friend. I thought that was cute. There was some Peachy Keen in here, you guys. Look, these are those little mini Magnolias, like Tilda. I've got some more of these. You know, I've never used these because they're so tiny. I bet they'd be okay on an envelope, especially if you have the larger one to go on the outside. Look, there were Peachy Keen stamps in here. They were in like CD cases. I took them out and there's this whole set's in here. And I stuck them on this board here, like, you know, this laminated board. So they're all in there. I was excited because I don't have any of these faces. And it's got, you know, it's got different size ones. And it's got ones that are like sad, happy, surprised, or singing. So I can play along with the Peachy Keen stamps faces on stuff because I just didn't buy any. Here's a frogs and a turtle set from Peachy Keen. And I think I got some of these Lorelei design stamps before from Tina, but it was not an image of a person. It was like a butterfly with flowers. So here's this one, and it comes with like the gal and then all her pieces. Here's one where she's like baking a pie and she's separate, and then it has all these other little bits and pieces that go with it. Same thing with this one. So these would probably be good for mixed media. I noticed that this woman had some mixed media stuff. Wait till you see the dies I got. Some pretty cool ones in there. I should move these out of the way, guys. I mean, there's still a lot over here. I'll go as fast as I can. I'm probably not going to be able to get through it all. But I was so excited about those greeting fern stamps. I just want to get this film for you guys to show you so I could share. Because I need to put it away. I got these Tim Holtz dies with the like celebration words. These mixed media hearts, which are just hearts, but I like the shape of them, that they're different. I didn't even know Spellbinders did anything like that. This was in the packaging and all stuck to it, but it's a IO stamp, an Impression Obsession background stamp. It's really pretty. And I've got this other like butterfly and die set that reminds me of this that I got from Tina, that I'm thinking I could use that with. There's a Sizzix die here for this flower. It's a Biggs die. See. Do you remember doing these? I do. I remember making our own flowers way back in the day. Here's the ones I was excited about. And Biggs dies aren't as easy to store, but you can cut through fabric. And because I've been doing a lot with fabric, I'm actually really excited about these. So these are Tattered Leaves from Tim Holtz. She had more Tim Holtz too. There was this one. The things, it's probably Tattered Flowers or something because it's torn right there. But it's, you know, one of the flowers that you cut and then you layer. Then there's the Tattered Poinsettia or Poinsettia, however you say it. And it's a Biggs die too. And I was super stoked to see these deer, these reindeer flight. I'm so excited because I was really inspired by Jill's tags that she made with her stamped deer. And I thought, I'm wondering, they're probably this size. I bet you I can make some tags with maybe these and then do them out of, I've got a big thing of chipboard I'll show you that I got from her, and maybe a large snowflake in the back and make tags like that. Well, that's my idea anyway. We'll see if I actually get to it. There's this butterfly, Fanciful Flight. Here's another Biggs die, and it's just a circle with a scallop circle inside it. Like I said, these are great if you want to cut multiple, so you can go through multiple sheets of cardstock at a time, or fabric, or felt, chipboard. Here's these snowflakes from Sizzix. My chair is squeaking, sorry guys. It just started to do that recently. So these are all these different flowers. I don't know what, oh, that's right. They always put them on the back. Tiny tattered florals. And it has the tool in here to twist it. So when you put it in, kind of like when you're doing, what do they call that when you coil it? What is that called? I'm sure somebody knows. I can't think of it right now. Quilling, when you do quilling. That has that tool in there. Because it's the same thing. You wrap it, but trying to... This came in there, which is like a catalog for these Lorelei stamps, and it must be all the different ones. I kept it because I found it interesting. And there were a bunch of, it's just a magnet, Spellbinder dies. Is that what it's, oh, these are from Spellbinders. So, like that one's missing one, but, you know, I pretty much have most of these ones already. I had to go through, like this stuff was all in a giant box Most of these weren't even on here. They were just in there. And that is one thing about buying lots like this, is you really have to go through and piece things together. It takes a lot of time. I like the sunflower. I'm excited about that one. I think I could maybe do some cool stuff with it. These labels, a lot of these I have. See, I didn't even know that they did a mixed media mixage. Is that what it is? I didn't know. Did you guys? These ones. I don't have these, oddly enough, and I want to make frames from these, like put them together and cut out frames. And I already have this one too. Then you have the old school embossing stencils. A couple of them in here. There's some A2C cards in here. Remember these? You run them through with your like rubber mat in your machine, and it embosses it. I've used it before. You can use this as a stencil too. You can ink over it, paste. Just gotta have to wash them afterwards. Uh-oh. Hey, I lost a die that was in here, I guess. It hit the floor, I heard it. Look at it, it's little cherries. These are just pretty as they are. So there's that one. Sorry, guys. That goes to one of them in here. Then I don't even know what this is. It's not a die. It must be like one of these so that you can emboss with it. Because it's not a die. So this was in here. A lot of this stuff is stuff I'll probably put in my big boxes of D-Stash. There's some different stamps in here. These will be good for mixed media. Like these. Or I'll put them in the box for D-Stashing. My goodness, I have so much to de-stash. I keep talking about it over the years and I just haven't done it. I didn't even open this up to see what was in here. So it is in here. Just needs to be cleaned. But so it looks like it has that and that. Those two sets in there. Then there's some foil in here in gold and like a copper. Then I'm trying to think of what to show you guys next. Oh, I have more dies over here. My goodness, some other cool Tim Holtz ones. I think this is where you can take like your unmounted rubber stamps and you can stick this to your MISTI or your block and then stick your stamp to it to adhere it so that you can keep reusing it. I don't know though. I won't be putting it on my MISTI because it's super sticky because it might be permanent. So I've got more. So I've got this floral botanical set is what it says. It's in there. It's like multiple pieces. This is a letterpress, an Inkits letterpress plate. I thought maybe I could use it for clay to push and put texture. There's a Creative Time die, and it's for a lollipop. It's a lollipop holder. It's cute. And then there's this Tim Holtz plaque and postage, which I have this out in my garage. These I was excited about because it's Christmas time. I don't have the long plates or the adapter for my Big Shot, Big Kick, whatever. But I know you can use these even if they're one piece and you run it through. Then you just take your plate, shift it over and run it through. Then there's this rosette one. It's like a mini rosette. Then there's a Christmas words. So I was excited to see those. Let me move these. I've got more. I'm kind of surprised. I have had a couple of cool, fun lots lately. And you guys can guess if you want to know, guess at how much I paid. We can do a game again. If you want any of the stuff that I said I'm not interested in, guess, and whoever's closer, I'll send it to you with a card. Okay, I still got more, Oh, okay. I'll show you these ones real quick because these are the big, like 12 by 12 packs. Okay, this is just a Cricut one, super thin, like scrapbook paper. But I remember back in the day, this stuff was expensive. This is to make mask. I think for the Cricut and you cut it out. There's already some that were in here, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. This is just like, you know, odds and ends on top, and then I'll get to the paper pads. I just have to get to it. There's a Zentangle book in here. I thought that was kind of cool. It's a whole like description of how to do it. I know Zentangle, a lot of people like it, and it's super relaxing. Let me move this away. But there's some super cute paper pads over here. We've got some, she just said that was origami paper, but there's like pearlescent paper in here. There's some chipboard. See that she said that she put that in there. There's another package of chipboard in here that I thought I could do those deer out of to make tags with like snowflakes, and I could even probably paint the chipboard. Here's some stencils, just some more odds and ends, cards, you know, paper. This is embossed cardstock. I didn't even notice this before because I didn't really go through it. I thought it was just that pile of, you know, lightweight paper, and I've got tons of it already, so I wasn't all that excited about it. But hey, you know, cardstock is cardstock. Okay, here's the fun pattern paper. So these are just little scraps that came out of this paper pad, and it doesn't have the top one on it, but I'll flip through it super fast because I don't want this video to be too long. But I know these are older. There's one in here, oh gosh, from who is it? Joanne Mum, what's her name? I can't think of it right now, but when I get to it, I'll show you. It was an exclusive at Joann's, and it's really cute. It reminds me of Diane Markham stuff, but it's the Mum. I can't think of her name right now. I bet you guys are all yelling it if you're actually watching. Hey, little artist colored on the back here. She must have kiddos or grandkiddos. Oh yeah, that's right. This one goes sideways. Isn't that weird? When I was flipping through it, I was like, because typically they go up and down, right? So, oh, it's like a quilt. I think I have this paper somewhere. The butterflies anyway. That's interesting. Oh, peace, love, joy, smile, happy. I bet you could use that for Christmas. And then here's some pearlescent cardstock. I guess I don't need to flip through that, but there's pearlescent cardstock. I was really excited about this because glitter paper is, you know, it's expensive, and it's no shed, and it's not that one stuff from Die Cuts with a View that it's hard to cut through with dies. So you know how it holds on the back. If you guys have used it before, you know what I'm talking about. This stuff sheds, but man, I think it does. But it's super sparkly. It's a little bit different. But yeah, there's still quite a bit of this, so I was super excited about that. Blossoms and Butterfly stack. A little fast. There's Kane Company cardstock I've got over here. Here's a bunch of chipboard. It's like a whole thing of chipboard. So I'm really excited because you can even put clay on top of this, guys, if you wanted to. Because you know I've been doing other types of projects. Okay. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this just because it's the loose stuff, and then I'll show you the other smaller paper pads. So there were some of this. This is kind of cool. You can punch out. It's got like different textures. There's like, you know, it reminds me of like wicker baskets. So there's that. Then there's some odds and ends paper in here, you know, like really pretty pastels. This is thinner stuff, but it's thicker than copy paper. So there's a whole bunch of that. These ones have like the different colored cores, so you can sand it. It's like the lighter tone of it. This is actually pretty cool. I was actually looking for something like this before when I did an embossing folder. Oh, and I got a whole bunch of embossing folders. Where did I put those? A whole bunch of different Tim Holtz ones. I'll show those to you guys too. Probably more interested in that than seeing like some tarot cardstock, right? Okay. Where did I put those? Oh no, that's gonna drive me bonkers, you guys. I think, oh, they're over here. Okay, so I've got this one, and I have a 12 by 12 of this out in my garage somewhere of this paper, but this is cool because it can be used for cards. which when I got this paper pad is when I first started paper crafting, and I always thought, oh, why would I buy a 6x6 when I can cut the 12x12 to 4 pieces for each one? It's so much cheaper and better, or, you know, more cost effective. Well, I didn't know that the print size was smaller. I never really paid attention, and it's hard to relate some of the larger ones into cards from a 12x12. This is super pretty. I have this too. I think I have 2 of these big 12x12 paper pads in my garage. I have so much shit in my garage, pardon my French, that I just can't get to at the moment because my husband's got a trailer and they're full of stuff, and so I can't get to it. It makes me kind of sad. But I have enough, right? So look at this, another die cuts with a view. Like, I'm not going to tell you what I paid just because, see, there's that butterfly one that was in the other. Am I even showing the paper pad all that well, guys? Probably not. It feels super late right now. Ooh, that's cute. But if I go and I flip through every single piece, there's some of the patterns in there. So I got that. We'll be here forever. Look at this one. What's the name of that, the china that's like the blue and just different tones of blue? That's what this reminds me of. And yes, it's sideways, but it's how I can flip through it. Yeah, super pretty. Okay, there's that. Then we got the sweet one. And see, some of these were like falling apart and just kind of pieces falling out all over in a tote that I had to pull it out of to move into a box in my car. And yeah, so there was a lot of work. So don't pass up if you're willing to do the work of getting a lot that's kind of messy, because I think some people just throw it in a tote. Or when I asked her if she made cards and we were sitting there talking, she was saying she used to make cards and now she sews, and that's her passion. She sent me a photo of her bag, a bag she just finished. So much better than the bags I do. I told her I do bags and stuff, but I haven't done a quilt because she said she makes quilts. And I was like, oh, I haven't done that yet. And she's like, I said, the bag stuff. She goes, that's really, you know, great. And we were having fun talking, and her husband had to get to an appointment. And she's like, darn it. Like, her husband was like, he's always rushing me. I love talking to people that craft. I'm like, me too. So I thought it was really cool that she sent me a picture of her bag, and it's so good, you guys, so good. I'm gonna have to ask her for the pattern if she has it, because it's fancier than the stuff I've done. It's got like extra pockets, and isn't this paper pretty? Like, I think this back here is super cool. It's like pink, and these colors I love, and just the stripes, just the way it's done. Anyway, it's called All Dressed Up. And my here, oh, this is part of that pad too. See what I mean? Like, a lot of it was like loose in there, and I know this blue doesn't look like it belongs, but it does. It just, you know, how the paper pads come apart. Okay, I was super excited about this one too. I know it's just glitter paper, but glitter paper is expensive, and to get it in the different colors, guys, I don't know, I'm cheap. This is it, Debbie Mum. I was so stoked to see this. I love like her rooster plates. There's other like dishes she has and fabrics, and she reminds me very much of Diane Markham. And I think maybe they made stuff around the same time. I don't know. Somebody who's been paper crafting longer than me will have to let me know. I'll go through this one a little bit better because it's so stinking cute. I wish all the pieces were in here, but oh well. And even though it's a baby pad and I was kind of bummed out at first, I think I can still use it because I don't really make baby cards. I'm getting older, and I don't think my daughter is going to have another child. And, you know, my siblings, they've all, well, my sister just had a baby, but like I'm almost 18 years older than her. So yeah. But most people aren't having babies anymore, I guess what I'm getting at. My my neighbor is. I can make them a baby card. Look at how stinking cute that is. Oh my gosh. And I think that you could use it just for a kid's card, or even if this would make me smile on a card. Come on. I hope you guys are actually watching, because I know it could get boring watching paper, yeah? Maybe, I don't know, I like seeing what other people get, because it makes me feel like I'm shopping much cheaper than going out myself. Look at the pet stack. I was like, aw. You know, I'm sure you guys have all seen this. See, and it was apart in there, like in multiple pieces. But yeah, look at Christmas. If you've got an animal, or you know someone who does. My daughter dressed their dog up in a Halloween costume. I'm sure she's going to start dressing her up now, because her dog did not care, which is weird, because their dog is so anxiety ridden that I was like, no way. And she was so cute. And if I can remember, I'll try to insert a photo. She was so stinking cute. But yeah, look at that paper's cute, huh? Okay. Look at, oh, I love that. These would make cute cards for even, I don't know. Even if you yeah, but here's a kids pack, and it's, you know, bright, fun stuff. Got a Recollections Halloween. I mean, this is like old stuff. Like, you could see all the patterns there. I didn't see a pack for these, right? But I like that. It reminds me of Halloween. I don't know why. Probably because I have some of that type of paper in a Halloween pack. And there's more. Oh, it's like thinner paper. And I don't know. This probably belongs to a paper pad that's in here somewhere. Maybe that All Dressed Up. Those stripes remind me of that. I bet you it does. Yeah, that's not a back on it. It probably goes to that. Did I show that one? That's another one that has like the hidden core in it, and that one's embossed. Anyway, that one. Here's a Kane Company. I sure thought that was really cool. You can't get that anymore. Got a bunch of those out in my garage too. Ooh, these are already distressed for you too. Like the edges look like they've already been inked. It's kind of cool. The fun part is making it, right? I don't know. These are really pretty. Bitty scrap pads. Some of these were really pretty in here, just soft. Reminds me of old scrapbook paper, and it's thin like that, but there's some really, I don't know what I like about them. Look at the music. That could be great for even Christmas. That one. I already showed these, right? And that. All right. Let me move this, and I'll show you what's next. And I have 2 videos that I've already filmed, 2 separate videos making cards. I've edited them. Everything's ready to go. I have to take photos for the intro and the outro and just do the voiceover. Okay. All right, now I'm getting frustrated because I said the embossing folders were sitting on my desk. I didn't want to have to edit this video. And when I say embossing folders, there was a bunch of them, and you should see me sitting here. I'm so tired, you guys. I had to get up early, take my son to school. We've been sick. Nobody's sleeping well because we're sick. And this is so weird. Oh, I know where they're at. Sorry. Hopefully you don't mind that little gap. I wouldn't mind it as much if you saw my face, eh? Not tonight. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see these. This one has a little car from Tim Holtz. Oh no. There's some playing cards here. These are just the little ones. Then there's like his gears and the guy he has with the umbrella. There's a Cuttlebug one in here that almost looks like Bubbles or like snake skin. And these are like old school ones, eh? They're not the 3D. Here's a Tim Holtz Alteration that's a butterfly. Wood grain. And this won't have the texture of the 3D, but you know, these are fun too. I mean, here's a Tim Holtz one. They don't say the names on them, but I mean, if you love Tim Holtz, you love Tim Holtz. And I've been having fun with mixed media, different forms of mediums. So I'm thinking these might come in handy because I think I can use them for making impressions on clay too. This is a Christmas one. This is kind of cool. Might be able to make some quick backgrounds. This one just has like some foliage and little swirls and stuff on the side. That one just has like distressing around the edges. Hopefully you can see these. There's an oval, like ornate, like, you know, a Tim Holtz style. Just polka dots from Cuttlebug, which some of these I already have. This one, which I have. This is like a paisley or something from them, which I believe I have this one too. So like I said, if you want to play a game and guess how much I paid, you have to be in the US and you have to be a public subscriber. And you have to leave a comment and like it and tell me and whoever's closer. If you want some of the things that are here that are not my style, so some of these embossing folders, maybe some of the stamps, maybe some of those dies. I mean, they're not super pristine or clean, so just know that going in. I'll clean them up the best I can, but this is snowflakes and stuff in there. And then there was this one that has the 4 little ones in there. Like you could use it for tags too from, remember doing that back in the day? And then that's what that core paper was good for. You could sand it and stuff. Here's edges, like borders. And then I don't think I've ever had one of these before. This is like a Spellbinders one. That's a large one too. It's probably a 5x7. It's like a 2-sided one, so this one, if you do it like this, you're going to get this, right? Yeah, with the stripes. There you go. And the inside is the stripes, so that one would be stripes. And if you do it this way, you're going to get the polka dots with this little label on the end, you know, depending on which way you run it through your machine. And I remember seeing them a long time ago. I never had them. Not that I remember. Oh. There's these ones that are like the little strips with the words. So you can run them through and then, and it looks like they have a shadow to them too. You run them through and you can ink them or sand them to make them stand out more. And there's a bunch in there. Here's some more. There was like a little jewelry thing in there. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else. Oh yeah, there was. I'll show you something else too. If you're still here. If you're still here, yay. Okay. And there were a bunch of CD cases and stuff too. Like I pulled the stuff out of those. I don't store my stuff in CD cases, but yeah, there's a scrapbook in here. Look at that. I don't do scrapbooks. If you do scrapbooks, let me know. Yeah, she told me she quit making cards because she had made someone a card and she spent hours on it for a baby shower, and that she gave it to them, and before she left, she saw it in the trash, and it broke her heart. And I said, oh no. I go, some people just don't, they're not as sentimental as others. She goes, they could have waited until I left. I go, yeah, definitely. And I was going to say that, like, they could have waited until you left. But I told her, I just don't give people that don't find sentimental value in those type of cards. I don't send them my cards. I send them maybe something that, maybe one of my cards, but not the super time extensive ones, or I'll buy a store-bought card for them. But I don't take the time to make them a really detailed card. And maybe I'm wrong for that. I know a lot of people say it's the whole point just to give them, but when you put that kind of work in it and you see it as your piece of artwork, and then to see it in the garbage would break my heart. And she said that was part of the reason she stopped making cards. So I could totally understand that. So I think for me, just this, it was like, to see her stuff was so totally exciting. The Peachy Keen stamps were exciting to see, because now I could be part of the I could do some of those. I know a lot of others will do faces with their Gingis and all other kinds of things, and I didn't have any, so I'm really excited for those. And the art impressions, and probably the greeting farm, the secret greeting farm, and that deer, the Tim Holtz deer guy. This one here. Those were probably my most favorite out of all of this. And the glitter paper, oddly enough, right? Because I can use it with anything. So if you want to guess and play, it's in whoever comes closest, I'll send you something. Like I said, I'll clean up some of the stuff here that I won't use and get it as clean as possible, because it is kind of, it's older. I think it's been in a storage container, probably in a garage somewhere, and some of it's, you know, it's dirty. I noticed a lot of the stamps weren't cleaned after they were used, and I will make sure that I clean it up before I would send it to you. And I probably have some other stuff I could throw in there too. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. If you did make it this long, and I'll see you guys soon with my videos once I take photos and do my voiceovers. All right, bye.